I just realized that I normally sit down with my tablet, but it's okay. Today's video is going to be very vulnerable, I would say, I would think, I would imagine, because I'm going to be sharing something with you, and I'm going to be careful with my words. I'm actually going to be saying something that happened for me, okay? Instead of me saying something that happened to me, I'm going to use the terms something that happened for me. And so I don't even know how to say this. I don't even know how to begin, but we got robbed. We got robbed. We got robbed, okay? That's the best way I can say it, is we got the robbed, okay? The mother came in here while we were asleep, and they took a lot of stuff. They took all my electronics, my camera, except for the one that doesn't work. The one that doesn't work that I was speaking about in one of my last videos, for some reason they didn't take that one. Some of my friends were joking, like maybe they watched the video and was like, oh, that's the one that don't work. I don't know. Yeah, they didn't take Ishilen's controller. They didn't take his PlayStation. They didn't even go past my room. They went and they stayed in this room. And yeah, they took all my electronics. They took some clothes of mine. They took my period cup. They took my Young Living soap. I'm still coping with that one for real. They took a few essential oils and all material things, okay? Everything material that I can get back is what they took. Luckily, we are safe, we are alive, we are feeling good. My children are not traumatized like I might be a little. And everybody is good. Okay, so before I get into this video, and I'm gonna tell the story of how it happened, let me give a disclaimer, because y'all know I'm good for a disclaimer, okay? I like disclaimers. First of all, do not go past this part of this video if you are going to be on your judgment shit. If you're gonna be doing that whole like, you should have did this, you could have done this, the woulda, shoulda, couldas, go ahead and click off this video now.
Get him the hell out of here.
Go ahead, exit left, okay?
Out, get out, out.
I don't even want you in my space if that is where you're gonna be coming from, okay? Everything happens how it's supposed to, even if we don't like it, and it is not your place. I do not need any of you to say what should have been done and what could have been done. I am an adult and I'm a human being just like you. You can get robbed wherever the hell you live at, and mostly everybody is going to experience some form of robbery, I feel like. I feel like it was only a matter of time, okay? Because in my adult life, I had not experienced this. So I just don't want to hear any of the negativity. That's one part of this disclaimer. The other part is, if you are American and if you came, first of all, hold on. Because a lot of you guys don't even click on my videos, but you've seen that I got robbed, and that's the only reason why you're watching this video. If that's you, check yourself. Check yourself right now, because it means that you're attracted to negative things. And it means that you came over here to be negative and to be like, oh, Africa isn't safe. Oh my God, I told you, it's not even a safe place. But whatever brings you to my channel, whatever brings you to watching my videos, okay, that's what's up. But I definitely want to talk to you Americans that have this view about Africa. A lot of people, like, I noticed that even when I posted about, like last year, I posted about this guy playing me out of money and convincing me to give him some money in exchange for Safa, It was like $60. And I remember posting it, and it was like Americans couldn't wait. The homies couldn't wait to be like, see, I told you, Africa ain't And it's kind of annoying, really, but it's kind of funny, because no one is moving out of the US to be like, there's no crime, there's no racism, there's no, like, that's not what we're saying. What we are saying is that it's a lot safer still. We do talk about this on the show. We have most definitely on Repat No Cap, we have definitely talked about robberies happening in Africa. So no one is trying to act like it doesn't exist. We've actually given you full details about people that we know that have had this experience. So unless you watching, if you're not watching the show, or if you never watched the show, then I understand. For those of you who really don't ever watch my videos and you've seen me post this in my Instagram or my Facebook and you only came over here because you are attracted to negativity, I want you to stay. I need you to watch this whole video, okay? Other than that, let's get into this. I'm gonna tell this story, y'all. Oh, this is the craziest shit. This is definitely one of the craziest things that have happened to me, for sure, or for me, okay? All right, so where do I begin? All right, so there's a couple of things that are like really divine that I'm really grateful for when it comes to this. Y'all know how I am. I'm a firm believer in divine timing and everything happening at the specific, minute, literally time that it is supposed to, and the way things fit into a puzzle. The best way that I can describe the way that this life works is, okay, wait, and I'm sorry. If y'all hear somebody in the background, my door is open, so my neighbors are outside, and Titus is outside playing, and that's a whole thing. So, okay. The best way that I describe the way that life actually works that we don't really realize is, if you ever seen the movie Benjamin Button, one of my favorite movies, there is a part inside of that movie, I have a point to this, there's a part inside of that movie where the dancer gets hit by a car and she like breaks her ankle. And so in the movie Benjamin Button, they're backtracking and they're reviewing like how she even got hit. And they talk about how the taxi driver who was on the phone, distracted, who was taking the girl that was late because she was arguing with her boyfriend, who had to pick up a gift. The gift person was doing its own thing, and da-da-da. So like they show like these series of events and how these things take place naturally, and then it ends up coming to this particular event. Okay, I have a point to this. So so I like to give that example to my clients when I'm talking about how divinely things take place. And for my own journey, it really has helped me to understand things when I just go back and be like, wow, like if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have met this person. This wouldn't have happened if that didn't happen. And so I say all that because I truly believe that, man, like the way this robbery ended up taking place was so freaking on divine timing. Oh my God, there was a few things. All right, first of all, the guys came into my room while I was sleeping. Normally I sleep alone, I sleep naked a lot of times. And so when I just think about what state that I could have been and how that would have felt, I'm so grateful for this series of events that took place to even have my friend in my room with me that night. I mean, that right there, that's the craziest thing to me, because for any reason at all, he definitely would have just been in his room. Like, that's just where he be. He's in his room right now. So it's like, you know, like, it just so happened that these series of events had to take place to place him in my room in between those really short hours. Like, he could have even went in his room. If we would have even watched the movie earlier, he could have still just went back in his room and then just came in there if I needed something early, you know, in the morning or something. Because I really wasn't even getting out of my bed. I was really messed up between what my body was going through and then me taking the medication and all that. So I'm still really tripped out about the way that took place. I ended up taking the medication on an empty stomach. And the medication was a pain reliever, and I ended up having a really bad stomach ache. And he literally had to like care for me. Like, I didn't even want him to leave my sight. So mind you that every day when he is here, he is in his room, like every night. And then this particular night, I just am going through this, and I'm just like, where are you? I'm like, man, I need your help. Like, I can't get up. I don't feel like moving. My stomach is hurting. He had to like hold the oils up to me. He had to get the charcoal for me so I can take it to regulate my tummy. Oh my God, I never even felt that much stomach pain. So, okay, all this, right? All these series of events that took place. And this is why I ended up not being in my... What was that? Okay, they dropped something. If it's important, they'll come and tell me. This is why I ended up not being in my room by myself the night of the robbery. Had I been in the room by myself the night of the robbery, I most likely would not be posting this video right now. Like, I would need therapy, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I would need therapy. So I am in my room. We just got done watching a movie. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. He's like, you want to watch another movie? It's like, I think, yeah, it was like 3:30ish. I'm like, no. I'm like, I want to, but I really need to force myself to sleep. So he ends up staying up for a little bit longer. He ends up falling asleep after me, right? I play my manifesting audios like I normally do when I go to sleep, and then I lay down and go to sleep. This is between like 3:30, 4 o'clock, right? Okay, wait. Let me also mention that my door that I have out that's on my balcony, which is the door that they came through, it was a door that was jammed. Like, it wasn't, like, it was beyond locked. It was jammed, okay? So the door was jammed, meaning that we would try to open it, and it would be too hard to open. It made too much noise, and it just took too long. So we actually stopped opening up the balcony door. We were just like, okay, forget it. It was jammed. So we were like, okay, we're good. If there was to be a thing like that, then we're good. So fast forward. So I lay down. I'm listening to my thing or whatever. I put the thing over my eyes. I've been sleeping with this thing on my eyes since I went to the States a few months ago because I have issues. That's a whole nother story that I'll share, but childhood trauma. I have issues sleeping deeply. So I really don't sleep deep at all. If you drop a pin outside, I'm waking up. I really barely even sleep. My sleep pattern has been off since I was a kid. And I've never slept deep, right? So I started to put the thingy-majig that you put on your eyes. I don't even know what the thing is called, but it's like that eye cover-up thing to make it where it's dark when you sleep, right? So I got one from the airport, and I realized that thing helps me sleep longer. So I have been sleeping with that. I just put the speaker on, and I put the thing on my eyes, okay? So, okay, so my friend ends up falling asleep a little bit after me, and I don't know what the hell I was feeling, y'all. Like, I don't know what I was feeling, but I know that I've been programmed myself not to wake up and go straight to my phone. When I wake up in the rising, I go straight to my mind. I think about what I'm thinking about, and I intentionally put out what I want for the day. Even if my eyes are not all the way open, that's what I'm doing. When my eyes are all the way open, that's what I'm doing. So I absolutely, positively do not go to where's my phone, where's my tablet when I wake up. Absolutely not. So it was so crazy. The only way I could describe this is the only way I could describe this. It was as if my soul needed to catch up with my brain and my body. It was as if my soul was ahead of my body. My spirit was ahead of it. Because as soon as I woke up, like, I literally woke up and was like, my phone, my tablet, for no reason. I didn't see anything. From my knowledge, I didn't feel anything. I just woke up and was like, my phone, my tablet. And so I turned around, I'm like looking where I said it. I'm like, my phone. I'm like, where's my phone at? I'm like, my tablet, where's my tablet? And so then, mind you, I'm still not really knowing what's going on. I'm still really having no clue. But I get out the bed and I just feel weird. Like, I don't even know. Like, I forgot about my phone and my tablet. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get that in a second. That's somewhere around my bed or somewhere. So I wake up, I get out of the bed, I get up, and I have this huge mirror. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I have this gigantic mirror almost from the ceiling to the floor. And so I walk slowly in the mirror, and I'm like doing this. I'm like looking at myself in the mirror, and I feel so confused. I don't even know why I feel confused. But the first thing my mind says, I'm like, have I been drugged? Like, I'm like, why do I feel like I don't really remember when I went to sleep or how I went to sleep or how deeply I slept? My sleep and my wake up just kind of felt weird. And so I'm doing this in the mirror and I'm like, what's going on with you? Like, are you good, mama? Like, so then while I'm doing this, I'm looking to my balcony door and I see that the door is open. So I'm like, did I sleep right? Like, what is going on? I'm like, why is my balcony door open? So this is how much in a daze, mind you, it happened so fast. Like, I'm barely even woke. And so I go over to my balcony and I start to feel like I'm literally feeling for the openness. I'm like, is this really open? Like, I can't even believe that my balcony door is open. I'm like, how is it past the gate? Like, the gate is open around my balcony and the whole screen is open. So I'm like, what? And then I go, Rob. I'm like, where's my phone? Where's my tablet? And my mind is thinking, like, I don't know why I was thinking, like, maybe he took my phone and my tablet and he went into the room to finish watching something so he wouldn't wake me. Like, you know, your mind's gonna try to put, like, your mind is gonna try to figure it out for you. So really instantly, I'm like, where's my phone? Where's my tablet? But it's almost as if me even waking him up to ask him that, I really know why I'm asking him that. Even though my mind is like, there's a chance, I know why I'm asking him this, because why would I wake you up so frantically asking you that? And as soon as, it was as if the way he woke up, like, huh? And his confusion, I just knew in that moment, I was like, man, I was like, they came in here and they got us. They took everything. They came in here while we was asleep. I mean, I was just like, oh my God. Like, this is how I was just doing. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I was just in so much disbelief, y'all. I was just like, oh my God. Like, and honestly, my biggest disbelief, like, I understand anybody being disbelieved about this. I don't even think I said that right, but I understand anybody being in disbelief about this. But for me, I sleep so light. So I'm just like, how could this have happened? Like, my mind is just like, how, what, when, where was I? You know, and why did I wake up like this, feeling like I knew it, but not really knowing if I knew. It was the craziest feeling. Like, the best way I could describe it is my soul was ahead of my mind. It was literally as if my spirit knew something that my mind didn't see yet. Oh my God, it's giving me chills just explaining it. Oh my God. So Rod gets up, he's like, what the hell? He's like, man, what the fuck, like, you lying. So he looking around, just, his mind is probably trying to do what my mind did, and then we just come to terms with, this just happened. This really happened to us. This really happened. So, man, it was like, that was like the most trippy feel, man. I felt like I was really like on a drug or something for a second. And so I'm gonna get to that too. I'm gonna get to the possibility of being on a drug or something, okay? So stay tuned for that explanation. Once we realized that it happened, I was like, oh my God. And then I ran in there with the kids, and then they're still sound asleep. Everything is there. And so then I'm like, okay, well, I need to track my phone. So I didn't even tell them. I didn't want to wake them up because I didn't want to scare them. So I didn't tell them what it was. It was really early in the morning. Yeah, it literally was 7:30. So I didn't want to wake them. And so I just locked up the door, and then I left to go to my homegirl's house. And so I ended up having my friend come back to bring them food. I told him not to tell them. I just told him to tell them that I was taking care of something, because I didn't want them to be afraid. I didn't want them to, you know, be asking questions or feeling some kind of way until I could really sit them down and tell them what happened. So yeah, that's it, man. I mean, honestly, like, I'm still kind of just like, wow, like, amazing. Amazing. So as far as how this could have happened, because of course that is your question. It's like, how could they come into your home while you are sleeping and rob you and you don't wake up? Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing in Africa. This is something that we also mentioned on the show. In the whole continent of Africa, it is a thing where Africans can rob you and you won't even know. Yeah. So the good thing to this, I know that sounds crazy for it to even be a good thing, but I'm gonna keep it real, okay? I'm gonna keep it real. There definitely is a good side to being robbed in your sleep by Africans, and that is that the majority of times that this happened, I'm only saying the majority because I haven't heard of any other opposite story, but all the stories that I have heard about people being robbed in Africa, specifically, I can talk even more about Senegal. They're not coming to pistol whip you. They're not coming to shoot you. They're not coming to kidnap your kids. It's not the same thing. It is the total opposite of the kind of robberies that we're used to in America. In America, we're used to a motherfucker coming in there, waking you up out your sleep, tying you up, doing a whole thing. Now, maybe you haven't experienced that personally, but I personally know people that have experienced that. I know someone that experienced it in broad daylight in their house. And it's happening all the time in America. People are being robbed and they're being shot, okay? People are being robbed while people are armed. They're coming into their homes while they're asleep or awake, and they're taking what they want, including their lives. They're not sparing people. Like, you're lucky if you get robbed in America. If someone does a home invasion, you are lucky if you are not hit, harmed, raped, kidnapped, something. You're a lucky motherfucker. And y'all know this is the truth. I'm not putting on. This is the absolute truth, that if you have a home invasion, if someone invades your home in America, you are lucky to survive. Here, according to one of my mom's coworkers that is from Kenya, you're lucky if you wake up on your mattress, because they're taking people right up off of their mattresses and leaving them sleep in Kenya, okay? Oh my God. Oh my God. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. I'm laughing because it's crazy. So, how does this happen? Like, how are people, we know people, even our neighbors, people are being robbed, and it's 6 and 10 people in one room, and they all sleep, and nobody is waking up. How is this even possible? How is it that people in Kenya are waking up on the floor? Literally, their mattresses are gone. How is this possible? It's happening because a few things. Some locals say that they're using voodoo. Some locals say that they use this thing that they wear called a grigri, and that it makes it where they can move around and do things and not make any noises. You're almost like in a daze and you don't even know that it's happening. Some other people say that they use like a sleeping spray, like some type of concoction that makes you stay asleep or sleep very deeply. Okay? It's definitely either two of those things. I'm gonna go with that. Like, from living here and from personally experiencing this, I'm gonna go with definitely one of those two things for sure. The only thing that I could say is that, you know, like when you've been up so long and you're really sleepy but you're fighting it, you might sleep really deep that time. So maybe I just end up sleeping really deep since I went to bed at almost 4 and I was fighting my sleep. I don't know, because I just don't know. I just still don't see myself. I've been having this sleep pattern since I was really young. So, and I still sleep light. So I don't know, guys, exactly the reason. I do know for sure that they use this spray that's called lion spray. And lion spray is supposed to be like somehow extracted lion scent. And apparently dogs are afraid of the smell of lions. So they definitely use a spray or some type of substance, aroma, to stop the dogs from barking. I've had friends who have personally had dogs in their homes that bark all the time, and their dogs are not barking And there also been Senegalese people that have had that happen too, and so that's like a thing. Like everybody knows that they use some kind of spray to make the dog not bark, and they also are very familiar with lion spray, with that being used for robberies. So yeah. Oh my God, yeah. It's I don't even know what to say, honestly. Like, on so many levels, this shit is crazy. I feel like I do feel a little violated. And that's why I mentioned my friend being in the room with me at first, because I do feel a little violated. Like, even though I didn't have to face anybody, I didn't have to wake up with a gun in my mouth and all this other stuff that I've seen, that I know that people experience. It's still a level of violation when somebody comes into your space while you're unconscious. That's where you are when you're asleep, and you have no idea what's going on. I just feel like there's definitely some healing. Y'all know I'm a mind buff, you know. I'm all about the mind and the psychology and how things affect us. So you guys know that I'm definitely not acting as if this is not a thing that is still affecting me. Although I'm grateful that I didn't experience this in the States. I'm grateful that here in Senegal, in Africa, and especially in Senegal, that I know of, that it is not the same thing, that they really come in your house to get what they want and they leave. Like I said, they didn't even go in any other room. They just stayed in my room. They even opened up the drawer to my camera that's broke and my son's controller, and didn't even take it. Which is why I also think that maybe I was moving around. Like, I had the thing on my eyes, and maybe I was kind of feeling something, and I just don't know it in my beta state, in the state of mind that I'm in right now. Maybe I just don't know that I kind of was like feeling it, and maybe I was moving around, and it just made them have to hurry up and like flee or something, because they definitely left one of my drawers open with my camera and everything still there. And I know they would have taken that, because they took bags that were not even any relevance to them. My so beautiful designer Bagalon bag, they took that. And so yeah, I just know that, like, why would y'all leave the controller and the camera, you know? And my camera is nice, it's beautiful. So I'm probably all over the place with this, but I just wanted to get this video out. Yeah, man, it's like I noticed, first of all, this happened, by the time you guys watch this video, this would have happened about 3 weeks ago. And in the first week, we didn't sleep, dead ass. We just, no sleep. First week, we're sleeping for like 2 hours until the daytime comes, then we're resting a little bit, you know. And now that we're 3 weeks in, I feel a lot more comfortable sleeping at night. I do still feel like my nightly routine of listening to audios and stuff, I can't do that. This is where the trauma response would come in, because my mind, whether I want to, like, I know that I'm safe. I know that I'm safe in this country. I know that if I had woken up and if we had seen these guys, they would have just ran out, like some people have experienced. Or even if we got to tussling, I would have been able to call some people in the neighborhood, and they would have got their ass beat. I know this, right? But that doesn't matter. My memory, my data collector, the computer in my brain still has this remembrance of the series of events that took place leading up to that. And so one of those things was me putting on my audio and going to sleep in my peaceful, awesome state like I normally do. And so when I tried to do that last week again, I noticed that I kind of get a little paranoid. I kind of feel like, because my memory is like, oh, this is what happened. Like, it goes straight back to that. I'm kind of breaking down how trauma takes place inside of us. That it doesn't matter if you think that it's like a young child and they won't remember. It's about what the brain remembers. It's not even about you. My brain remembers this. So I could give myself all the affirmations and understanding, but my brain is going to be like, whoa, hold on. The last time you did this, this is what happened. So I feel like when I'm laying down at night and I'm like, okay, I'm about to go to sleep, and I turn on, or I'm going to turn on the thing to listen to, my brain is like, let's not do that right now. Let's wait, let's give it a few weeks, a few months, and then you can feel more comfortable doing the same exact thing that you did in the same spot that you were in when that happened. Because it was a matter of like, y'all came into my personal space. Like, everything was next to me. Like, my phone, my speaker, which they left, was above my head. So for some reason, maybe that's why they didn't get my speaker, but everything else was right around me. Like, everything else was like on my platform bed right next to me. I really hate that I don't feel comfortable listening to my affirmations at night. I feel like it's something that I just have to heal through, and just knowing, like, I'm giving myself time. I'm not rushing. I'm understanding why, my mind would go straight to that or whatever. I already was going to sleep late. If you know me, then you know that I was going to sleep at 2 and 3 a.m. anyway. But now I'm going to bed at like 5 and 6, for sure. For sure. For sure. So I said I wasn't going to cry. So I'm not. I'm trying not to cry. I just feel like it really sucks, to experience anybody in your space without you knowing. It definitely feels like a violation. It is a violation. And it was just really, like, not expected. Like, I was just like, damn, like, this is what be happening to people. You don't be knowing what's going to happen next. Like, you never know. You don't lay down thinking like this is going to happen. You just don't know. I'm really just grateful that no one was hurt and it wasn't something crazy, but I'm still just like, damn, like, this shit really was supposed to happen, and I just had no idea. So, yeah, I have to kind of collect myself and make sure I'm like saying everything, not skipping around. I was really grateful that they didn't take my ring light. They didn't get my tripod. Oh my God. My beautiful tripod that is so important so I can make these videos. Yeah. I'm just saying what I'm grateful for, y'all. And that shit really happened. Like, they really got your girl. It's funny because, like, when something like this happens to you, your mind does so many things. Like, in the beginning, I was like, oh man, like, I just wish I would have woke up. If I would have woke up, I would have. I'm explaining all of this stuff, and I'm like, ooh, it would have been this, it would have been that. And then, like, within 2 days of me just really processing everything and just registering what really happened, I was like, you know what? I'm really grateful for the way it went down, because honestly, already having someone in your space without you knowing is scary. It can be very traumatizing. The unknown, like, I don't know what these people looked like. I don't know what they thought of me when they see me laying there unconsciously. I don't know what they said. I don't know if these people are looking at me while I'm outside and they've seen me sleeping in such a vulnerable position, So all those things go through your mind. And then I'm just like, but I'm really grateful that I didn't face them and I didn't see them, because I think that would have been more traumatizing for me. I'm grateful for the way that it happened. One of my friends, she's on her way here very soon. And she was like, girl, look, if I gotta be robbed, let me be asleep. Okay, baby? Let me be asleep the whole time. Like, let me be sleeping peacefully the whole time. So I feel that. I resonate with that. I really do have gratitude for that. It's just the fact that it just happened, It's not even about the material things. I was able to get my phone back right away. Blessings on blessings. I'm so grateful for that, me and my friend, because I kind of felt bad. It's like, dang, you here just to, you helping me and just looking out, just being my friend, and then you also got to lose out on something too in my house. This happened on my watch or whatever, which he felt bad, of course. He was like not sleeping. He was like, now he sleeps with a weapon. Like, it's a whole nother level now. But we also have an alarm. We have alarms on our doors, and we are definitely taking, a lot more precaution. I am kind of hurt about the camera, because I wanted to give that camera to Titus. His birthday is this month, And last year he wanted a camera, and I bought him a camera, and then Amazon, something happened with getting it shipped here, and so Amazon ended up returning it and giving me the money back, and I ended up needing the money for bills, and so he never got his camera for his birthday last year. So I felt bad because the camera that they stole was a brand new camera. I just got it from my homegirl. She was gonna allow me to give it to Titus for his birthday. So that right there was really the biggest bummer. Then it's like, if any of you guys have experienced being robbed, then you probably know that people will, like they'll steal stuff, and then you won't realize until later that you actually got other stuff stolen. So like for the first day or two, I was good. I'm like, okay, electronics gone. Boom, I ended up getting blessed with a new phone, which I needed, right? You guys heard the last few videos that the audio was not good. So I also feel like even this robbery pushing me into getting a brand new phone is divine. I'm so grateful for that. And so, but on the other end, like 2 days later, I ended up realizing that they stole my bags. So my Buckalon bag that I love so much is authentic fabric from Mali. And then all the other items, my period cups, like what do y'all need with my period cups? The fuck, like y'all could have dumped that shit out, my favorite shorts, just things that I had an attachment to that I really didn't need. I had one pair of shorts that were literally like my golden shorts. Like women, we always have like that one thing, that dress, the pair of pants, whatever, that just make you look right. And this is just like if you had to be buried in this thing, you would do it. You would be buried in it. That's how I felt about these pair of shorts that they took. So again, material things, but it just kind of like, it's not even about the material thing. It makes you feel violated that you had something and someone took it, and then you end up realizing the next day or the next day after that, oh dang, this was stolen. Oh dang, this was taken. Oh, I forgot this was taken, or oh, I didn't realize this. You end up forgetting that you don't even have something that you thought you had. And again, it's different because in America, you could just go to the store and just grab it. Here, I have to get the money, pay for it, pay for the shipping, so it's a little bit more work. So it kind of hurt me a little bit. Even our charcoal toothpaste, I had one of my lovely subscribers bring like a year's supply of charcoal toothpaste for us. And that was our last tube of toothpaste, and it was inside of that bag. So also, that bag is the bag that I packed for me to go to Dakar and shoot the commercial. And I'm going to vlog about that. Once the commercial is out, oh my God, I'm going to vlog about this amazing experience I had. But I remember packing the bag and only wanting to get items that were comfortable for me, like my favorite, like go-to clothes that I could wear when I want to be cute but comfortable, right? And that's what was in the bag. And then I remember when I was there, the guy that I was shooting the commercial with, he worked at this restaurant. It's like a really nice, like upscale restaurant. Pharrell was there when he came, and they have like jazz night. So I hadn't been able to find a place that has jazz. And so I was like, dang, like why didn't I pack my dress? I have like 2 favorite dresses that are just like everything to me. And I just know, you just got like those head turner dresses. I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted to wear this dress in a jazz club. So I was mad when I was in Dakar. I was like, damn, Dela, why did you not pack this dress with you? You knew it was a chance that you would be going and doing something different. I'm always doing some kind of adventure. And you know that this dress is like, you're supposed to have this dress on deck. So I was actually upset with myself that I didn't have the dress. But then when this happened, I was so freaking grateful. Like, I'm always asking myself, why? Why is this happening? Why is that not happening? Why is this? Why is that? And I feel like it helps me with my perspective on things, not feeling like things are happening to me, but more so happening for me. So when I was in Dakar and I was mad about not packing the dress, I was like, it must be a reason why I didn't pack this dress. I'm like, okay, it got to be a reason. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go out with old dude or whatever. Come to find out, I was not supposed to pack that dress because, baby, they was going to steal my dress. And I was going to be devastated because I hadn't unpacked. Like, I came home and I had that issue going on with my body, and I couldn't even focus on nothing. So all my clothes and everything that was in there was still in that bag that they took. I feel like that took me a long time to tell you that. But I wanted to tell you that because I feel like things like that happen. You just don't know. Like you try to be mad about something that you ended up not doing, the bus that you missed, the train that you missed, or you didn't get to do this, or you didn't get to get with the dude, or you didn't get to get the job, or whatever. You didn't end up moving to that city at that time. And then come to find out you wasn't even supposed to. Like, it was the best thing that ended up happening for you not to do that or not to go that route. So I just always look for what I call breadcrumbs. You guys have heard me talk about breadcrumbs. I just always look for breadcrumbs into showing me how I'm never alone, how Source, my God is always working on my side. There's always divine things. There's always these little minute situations and things taking place in the background. I was going to say also that one of the divine things that I feel like has happened, like why this happened, is you guys that are moving here, you guys that have loved ones moving here. I feel like I was supposed to personally experience this so that I could give you this advice and say these things and have you taking real precaution. I always heard about this happening. I always knew someone that it happened to, but I feel like the way that I articulate things, the way that I process things is a lot different from most people. And so if I had experienced this before, when I'm talking about robberies happening in Africa, I would have said what I'm saying now, which is take precaution ahead of time. Get the little alarms, the little cheap $15, $20 alarms that go to your doors and your windows. You can go to Amazon. You can also get them locally. Make sure that your phones are where the location is on and you can track them really quickly. If you are in Africa and you're from the diaspora, even if you're not, let's not make it seem like that, because locals get robbed here all the time. Locals are getting robbed. Our coffee man down the street, he said he get robbed like every few months and they just take his coffee shit, just stupid shit. So locals get robbed. This is not like you're a specific target. You can be a target because you're a foreigner and they know that you got different stuff. They know that you be having devices and things like that. So I'm not taking that away, but I'm also not trying to go with the narrative that we're the only ones that get robbed, because that's false. Get the doorman, pay for the doorman. Normally in the apartments in Senegal, they have a doorman. We had a doorman when we moved in, which was one of the reasons why I moved in here, but he ended up firing the doorman and telling us that we had to pay for our own. So we hadn't done that. And so if we would have had a doorman, then it wouldn't have taken place. Train your dogs to where your dogs can't just eat out of someone's hand, or to where they're not just gonna go up to somebody and bark and stuff, but they'll still bark. Stuff like that. Like, these are things that I wouldn't have told you had I not experienced this personally, So I do feel like I was supposed to experience this to help other people, and I really hope this doesn't happen again. Some people will say, oh, you should have been strapped, you needed a gun, but what is a gun gonna do when you're asleep? Arm them? If I would have had a gun and they would have found my gun, then I would have armed another African with a gun. Like, they don't even carry guns in Senegal. So I would have armed a Senegalese person with a gun, and they probably wouldn't even know how to use it and use it on somebody else the way that we do, So I'm not saying, hold on. Let me back up, because I'm not saying I ain't about to get strapped, okay? I was going to the gun store when I first moved here. So your girl ain't saying she's not going to be strapped. I'm going to be strapped. I'm just saying that a gun, in the case of you either somebody using some voodoo or you being sleep sprayed away, it ain't going to do shit. That's what I'm saying, okay? That's what I'm saying, is that you need an alarm, you need a doorman. Honestly, cameras are not even going to do much. Although you should still get cameras, it's like, okay, like, hopefully somebody can identify them, but it's Africa, So that is it, guys. That is it. This was the video of me explaining my story and how I feel the aftermath of being robbed in Senegal. It happens. I feel like this is like a rite of passage for me. Yeah, it's a rite of passage, and it took me almost 3 years to experience this, and I think that's kind of good. I'm just really grateful that I could even, you know, give you guys these messages and give y'all real life scenarios. You know, a lot of you guys are gonna come here and watch this video and take more precaution, because people were not saying do this. You know, if you look at the videos of a lot of us, we're not really saying do this when you come with the alarms, make sure you have a doorman, the things that I didn't know to do before I had this experience, you know? So yes, I am grateful to have this experience, and I'm grateful to not have anyone hurt. I'm grateful for you guys. If you guys want to support me in any way, then all my what you call it, Cash App and everything is inside of the description. I know that some of you guys are going to ask, and I really appreciate you for that. I love you guys so much. I'm going to be coming back with, I'm going to be hitting y'all up with more videos. Speaking of that, I also want to say that if you guys notice, I have been posting more videos of me speaking to you guys, right? Which is a big goal of mine for my YouTube channel. So I just kind of feel like me starting to be consistent again with doing this, and then this happening where I get my phone, my raggedy phone stolen, and then I have this new phone that I was able to get. I just really feel like that's divine. And I also feel like, even though this is a crazy thing for me to experience, for me to have, I was actually just saying this in one of my last videos, for me to be on top of this and doing it now, and then to have this this situation happen, it's not a coincidence. It definitely means that these videos, my content, my platform, it's a powerful thing, and I'm putting more energy into it. I'm putting more faith into it. I'm being more consistent, and then this kind of thing happens. It only tells me one thing, you know? I want to be that mirror to you guys. I want to be that reflection to you guys as I am. A lot of you guys might not have been robbed the last couple weeks, but you might be going through something similar where it's like, okay, am I supposed to stop? Am I supposed to keep going? And if you know that it's good, if you know that it's golden, if you know that it's helping other people, it doesn't matter what happened. It does mean keep going. And I might sound like a broken record because I just said this in like 3 videos ago, but look at me now. I'm actually having this experience, and so I'm living proof of it, and I'm really grateful. So, all right, y'all, until next time, I thank you so much again. I love you. Thank you for supporting me. And be nice in the comments, okay? Don't get cussed out. All right, until next time, thank you for rolling with a sister. Peace out.
I see you in the moonlight dancing, yeah. Only need one chance, girl, right here. One night stand, please don't have fear.